stop buying things to impress people that you don't like or that do not like you. The thing is that, right, a lot of people, if you ask a lot of people, they're like, oh, I don't have any addiction, or oh, I'm not struggling with any addiction, but people are addicted to social media. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I don't know where you've been, but join the family by subscribing, turn on post notifications. I do videos on lifestyle goals of self-development, all that good stuff. So if you're interested, keep on watching. So today's video is going to be about habits, right? Habits. Habits is what make your life your life. Habits is what you do on a consistent, on a daily, on a regular basis. So a lot of people, right, they set goals. They do say, I want to, by the end of the year, I want to accomplish this, I want to do this and that. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. I think having goals is very important. And by the end of the year, they look back and they see that they've not accomplished anything that they want to accomplish. And that is because they didn't focus on their habits. They were just focused on the goal. They were just focused on having everything so set in stone and saying, by the end of the year, I want a better relationship with God, or I want to accomplish this academically or financially, whatever it is that they want, right? And it's very sweet. You know, when you are writing your goal, it's very easy to say, oh, I want to do this, I want to build this. And then December comes and then you find out that you couldn't accomplish any of those things. And that is because of your habits. I think habits is what builds your life. So today's video is going to be about habits that I gave up and that you should give up for you to have a better life, right? And habits is not something that you just wake up one morning and you're like, oh, I want to stop this, so you just stop it completely. It is something that you have to be intentional about, right? And also, in dealing with bad habits, you have to replace bad habits with good habits. I don't think you can just give up bad habits and then you don't fill up that space or you don't fill up that time with something beneficial, right? So when you are trying to get rid of bad habits, you try to incorporate good habits as well. And an amazing book is Atomic Habits by James Clear. I don't have the book on me right now, but I'm going to put it somewhere in the screen so you guys can see. It's a very popular book. It's a very hyped book, and it is hyped for a good reason. Like, that book is definitely a 10 out of 10 recommend. So if you want to like develop good habits or you want to break bad habits, that is an amazing book for you to read because it is very practical, easy, and beginners friendly. So today's video is going to be about breaking bad habits. So I'm going to be giving you guys a couple of bad habits that you should stop in order for you to like have a better life. So the first habit is, I think I'm guilty of this. Some I'm kind of guilty of, but others I'm just like, okay, I've actually stopped this, so I can confidently say it, right? But I think I'm also guilty of the first one, which is excessive consumption of social media. Time out. Please, I know that it is 2023, and if you are not on social media, it feels like you are living under a rock, or it feels like you don't know what is happening. But the thing is that, right, if you ask a lot of people, they're like, oh, I don't have any addiction, or oh, I'm not struggling with any addiction, but people are addicted to social media. Almost everybody is addicted to social media with or without them knowing. Like, social media is built in a way that it becomes so addictive, right? It is so addictive, and a lot of people mindlessly scroll through social media all day. Like, and then, so for some people, they don't even track their screen time and whatnot, right? I think I've started tracking my screen time to like reduce my screen time and reduce my social media consumption, because it can become very toxic, right? Social media is a place for relaxation, for entertainment, for education, whatever you want to do with social media, that is fine, that is your business. But when there is an excessive consumption of social media, when you can't go a couple of hours, please just delete the app. Because it has become an addiction for so many people and they don't even know that they're addicted to social media. And that is a very bad habit, because if you want to stay consistent with your goals, if you want to stay consistent with what it is you have planned on doing, you can't let something as little or as not important as, so you are watching other people live their life and you are using your time to watch their lives, right? So people are posting reels, people are posting on TikTok, whatever, and you're watching them live their lives and you're just like, oh, I just want to see like what's happening. And then you're watching other people live your life and you are spending your time watching them live their life. social media is amazing for education, for entertainment, for leisure and stuff like that. But a little of it here and there can be good for you to like get information and know what is happening. But when it's like excessive consumption of social media, that if you're not on social media, you're not doing anything else, or if you're not on social media, if you're not online, you can't think, you can't focus. There are other activities for you to fill your brain with, right? Reading is there, journaling is there, doing other forms of activities that are going to help you is there. But if you want leisure time on social media, that is completely fine. And also another way to like, even if you want to be on social media, a way to like gain from social media is following people that are going to bring value to your life, right? And value is not necessarily like something educative or informative. Value can be come in the form of entertainment. It can come in the form of learning something new. It can come in the form of learning how to do DIYs or stuff like that, right? Gaining value from social media. At least if you are mindlessly scrolling, right, you know that you are gaining value from what you are watching, not mindlessly scrolling through people's lives and then there is no value. And then you can't even remember half of the things you saw on social media. Let's be honest, a lot of people don't know what they are scrolling, but they are just scrolling because it is now it's now almost like automatic, right? So you can almost scroll without thinking and you're scrolling and then hours pass, minutes, hours pass, and then you are like, where did time go? And you spend all your time scrolling on social media. So excessive social media consumption is a bad habit that you need to give up in order for you to like have space for things that you truly want to do. So the next bad habit you should give up is anticipating the worst. Stop anticipating the worst. I know it is very good and it's very important for you to plan, have a plan B, plan C, plan D if you need to, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when you are anticipating the worst, a lot of people are so guilty of saying, what if it goes wrong? What if I get embarrassed? What if it doesn't turn out well? Or what if I'm not good enough? The questions you should start asking is, what if it goes well? What if I am more than enough? What if everything is how and much more than I imagined? Anticipating the worst would ruin your life, and I can guarantee you that. Do not anticipate the worst. I think it's a very minded. A lot of people don't know they do it. They just think, oh, they are being realistic. There's a difference between being realistic and anticipating the worst, right? So a lot of people, I don't even like being around pessimistic people to be honest, because I feel like if you want to kill a big dream, tell it to a small minded person, right? So I live by that. So I'm very careful who I tell my stuff to, right? But when you are anticipating the worst, it's like you have a business plan, but you are saying, oh, this business is not going to go well, so I'm going to look for a plan B. But when you expect that, yes, if I start this business, even if it doesn't go as I turned out, I'm still going to be fine. I'm still going to be okay. Those are two completely different things from anticipating the worst and always expecting things. There are some people, right? They always expect things to go wrong. So when things go right, they are surprised. Me, I always expect the best. I try to be, I mean, it depends on the situation, but I try to be as optimistic as possible. I try to look at things from like a positive aspect, a positive view, because it might go right. What if it goes right? What if it goes better than you can ever imagine? And you just never know. But when planning, yes, you should have a backup plan. Yes, you should look at it from both perspectives and both aspects, but don't just dwell on fixing it if it goes wrong. Don't dwell on fixing it if it goes wrong. Focus on plan A. Dedicate, commit, be intentional about plan A. And if it doesn't go well, then you can move on to plan B, but don't anticipate the worst, because what you think is what you are going to manifest, right? So if you are always thinking negative, like if you're always anticipating the worst, then it's not likely that the worst is going to come, because that is what you are always thinking about. But when you are thinking about positive things, when you are thinking about good things, when you are thinking about when it works out, or when you are thinking about when it goes according to plan, you'll see that those are the type of things that are going to manifest in your life. So the next habit you should give up is victim mentality. Don't be a victim in your own life. No, you cannot be a victim in your own life. Give up being a victim. Sometimes people are actually victims, right? They can't control the situation. It's situations that are out of their control. But other times people just want to throw themselves a pity party for like no reason at all. And I feel like in Nigeria, right, maybe someone is going through something, there is always somebody that is trying to outgo what that person is going through, if you get what I mean, right? So if you are going through something, you're going through a heartbreak, you're going through something financially, whatever, there's always somebody that is trying to top your suffering, right? So don't be a victim. Stop trying to say, take control of your life. It's as simple as that. A lot of people live their life on the sidelines, right? So they're on the sidelines of their own life. Try to be the main character of your life. I'm not saying that you should just toss people to the side because it's your life and whatnot, but try to be intentional about your life. Stop making excuses. Some of the excuses, if you analyze the excuses you have, they are not real excuses. They are not even excuses. They are nothing but you just feel like I heard somebody say something one day. I can't really remember exactly, but it was talking about the fact that you are trying to make people pity you so that you don't feel bad for not doing the things that you wanted to do, right? So you're like, oh, I wanted to start a channel, but I don't know how to do this, or oh, I don't have the right camera, the right equipment, or the right knowledge, or the right experience. You want people to pity you. You want people to make an excuse for you of why you didn't want to start that channel. And there is no, when you look at your excuses, there is no actual excuses. Victim mentality will ruin your life. I'm the one telling you now. You have to take control of your life. You have to be intentional about your life. Stop trying to make people pity you and throw a pity party and be like, oh yeah, I feel bad for people. Love when people feel bad. I don't like pity. I think that's one of the things that I actually hate. So I don't like it. I just feel like I don't want people to pity me, to be honest. So like I'm very careful about things like that. But some people are very intentional about throwing themselves a pity party. They want everybody to feel bad for them. They want everybody to sympathize with them. And it sometimes it can become a thing of you having the victim mentality. But when you take control of your life, even if things don't go according to plan, you are still okay without your pity party. You are still okay without your excuses, because a lot of excuses are not valid. Stop making excuses for your life and take control of your life. Be intentional about what you want to be intentional about. Do what you want to do. Don't do what you don't want to do. And it's as simple as that. So the next bad habit, I think I am guilty of this, is overspending, impulsive buying, bad finances, all wrapped up in one. Bad finances is, a lot of people have money, but they don't know how to spend it. They don't know how to save it. They don't know how to buy what they want to buy with it. A lot of people do not gain value for their money, right? Money in itself has no value, right? The paper, money is paper, let's be honest. Is what you are exchanging for that money that has value, right? So you want to pay a particular amount for a course, and maybe the course is whatever X amount of money, right? The course has value, the money has no value, but because you are exchanging the money for it, that's why you think the money has value, right? So money itself has no value. It is what you are gaining from that money that has value. So make sure when you are buying or when you are spending your money, you spend money on value. Whether it is clothes, you make sure that those clothes are worth that amount. Whether it is courses, whether it is books, whether it is knowledge, whatever it is, make sure that that money is in exchange for a good and valuable item. And even if things are on sale, it doesn't mean that you should buy. Not everything you see or not everything you like you should buy. I think those are bad finances. Especially as a young person, I think it's very important for you to track your finances, your spending, your saving, your investing, whatever it is. Don't have impulsive buying. It is a bad habit. Maybe you see something you like it, let it go. Do not buy it if you are not gaining knowledge or value or anything of that sort from it. Impulsive buying is going to make you broke. Stop buying things to impress people that you don't like or that do not like you. Do not buy those things if you do not need them. So another bad habit you should definitely give up is limiting beliefs. Saying you are not good enough, saying you don't have enough time, saying that there will never be enough time. People make time for what they want to make time for. Effort equals to interest. So stop saying you're not good enough, you're too young, you're too old, you don't have enough time. Those are limiting beliefs, and those are going to shrink your mindset, and those are going to keep you in a box. Those are going to make you stay in your comfort zone because you feel like there is nothing else outside of your comfort zone. So in order for you to change your life, stop saying things like you're not smart enough or you don't have enough money, you don't have enough finances. Those are bad things to say. And the more you say them, the more you see them manifest in your life. Be very careful about the things you say. Limiting beliefs is a very bad habit, and a lot of people don't know that they have it, right? They've conditioned their mind to think that they will never be good enough to start that business or go for that pageant or start whatever it is that they want to start. And that is absolutely not true. So get rid of limiting beliefs, get rid of scarcity mindset. I think I'm going to do a video on that. Get rid of scarcity mindset. Scarcity mindset will ruin your life. I'm telling you now. Thinking that, oh, if you let go of those friends, those toxic friends, you're not going to see better friendships. Or thinking that if you let go of those relationships, you're not going to see a better partner. When you let those things go, you create room for more in your life. You create room for abundance in your life. You create room for better things in your life. So don't hold on to a toxic friendship or a toxic relationship just because you feel like there is nothing better. When you let those things go, you create room for better things to come to you. So those limiting beliefs is a very bad habit that you need to let go of in order for you to upgrade yourself, upgrade your mindset, and upgrade your life. So the next habit to give up, I'm smiling because this one is very dicey, is binge watching TV shows, movies, especially Netflix. For my Netflix girls, guys, I mean, Netflix is amazing, but when you have, I think, prioritize your life. Prioritize your life. It is so important for you to prioritize your life because when you have priorities, you won't even have time to be binge watching, right? Yes, I agree. There are some days you need to take off. There are some days maybe you have days off from work, days off from school, and things like that. It is important for you to relax. And if a form of relaxation for you is binge watching Netflix shows or binge watching movie series, whatever it is, then that is totally fine. But when you have priorities and when you have things to do, and then you choose to neglect those things and you would rather binge watch TV shows, it's a no, babes. It's literally a no. So stop binge watching Netflix TV shows. Stop binge watching. Make time when you have time. When is your day off? Do that. But when you have priorities, make sure you prioritize those things because those things are going to waste your time. It is going to waste your time if you are using it as a form of entertainment, if you are using it as a form of relaxation, if you are using it as a form of like just trying to cool off and calm down. It is different rather than just binge watching shows and whiling away time. You can be doing something meaningful. You can be reading. You can be learning something. You can be sleeping. Don't stay up till the AMs binge watching Netflix TV shows. It is not healthy. And as I'm talking to you guys, I'm talking to myself as well because that is something that I as well need to give up because I know it can become addictive, but it is not a good habit and it's something that you should give up for you to create room for better activities in your life. So the final habit is overthinking. Stop overthinking. Overthinking is not going to take you anywhere because whatever wants to happen will happen. And we overthink on the negative aspect. I don't know why people don't think on the positive things. People just think on the negative aspect. Stop overthinking. And the truth about life is that most people suffer more in their minds than in reality. And that is because they constantly engage in overthinking, they constantly engage in drowning themselves in their thoughts, they constantly engage in thinking about all the things that will go wrong, thinking about victim mentality, throwing themselves a pity party. Do not overthink. Do not overthink. I think 2 hours of doing something is better than 2 days about thinking of doing something, right? When you are productive in those 2 hours, it will go a long way compared to when you are thinking about something. You've thought of something, you've thought of a plan, you've thought of a business, you want to do it, execute it. Stop thinking too much, like overthinking. Whether you're thinking about the positive or you're thinking about the negative, it is not good at all. Try to execute those things. Try to execute those things. Try to do those things. Try to put those things in place. Stop thinking about it. A lot of people suffer in their minds more than in reality. And then you ask yourself, oh, this actually went better than I thought. Yes, it did, because you were thinking about it too much and you had too much in your head about it. Overthinking is something that a lot of people do and they don't even know that they do it. So stop overthinking. Once you say you are going to do something, do it. Once you say you are going to start something, start it. Don't think too much, because when you think too much, you can get discouraged, right? Because and a lot of people think that being realistic is the same thing as being pessimistic. No, you can be realistic and still expect the best. You can be realistic and still hope for a positive outcome. So don't think too much. Don't try to overanalyze and overthink and over try to predict the situation, that it discourages you from actually executing those things. Execute it and let it unfold before your eyes. So guys, these are the habits that you should give up, myself included, in order for you to have a better life. So if you enjoyed this video, please do well to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, turn your post notifications so you are the first to get notified anytime I upload a single video. We are on the road to 300 subscribers, so do well to join the family by subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.